today. And so I asked Kurt if he could join us and brainstorm together for our best month ever. And he has been coaching us about the memory joggers and get your list ready. And so I asked him if he'd come on tonight, give us a little bit more details about how to really strategize this over the next few days so that September is awesome. So Kurt, I'm going to turn it back to you.
Okay, great. I'm going to leave us in gallery mode. So we'll record it in gallery mode, and that way we can have participation. And I know Melinda started out asking me if we would do a Q&A, and we certainly can do Q&A. I didn't think we wanted the whole call to be Q&A. I thought we might kind of focus here for a minute on, hold on. That's crazy. Somebody's calling me and it turned my whole computer screen away. Okay. I'll edit that in the video. Hang on a minute. That was weird. My whole computer went to another screen. Sorry about that. But let's talk about, we'll get to what the company's offered us today, but let's just talk a little bit about how important the month is. Our business, when Lori and I got in this business, we learned whether it was by default or whether it was by divine intervention or just naivety, we learned that we had to manage our business by the month or we wouldn't manage our paycheck very well. And so we're kicking off a new month, and the company has really decided to put their money where their mouth is and give us an incentive to work around the time period of a month. So we've got September laid out right here before us, and we're going to be able to do a blitz again this month. And let's just let me see how hands raised. Who was on the call today? I want to know who listened to the call already. Okay, several of you did. So on the call today, they announced a new blitz for September. But let's back up and let's look at the whole blitz concept and see what that's doing for our business, because we want to grab a hold of whatever we can, but don't you want to learn from the past and maybe avoid some mistakes and do things well? So COVID kind of created the blitz for our company. We'd never done a blitz before until May of 2020 was our first blitz. And that was within the first 5 or 6 months, maybe the first 3 or 4 months of COVID being a thing. And it was like that instantly. We were all working from home, nobody was out and about. And so we were using technology and Zoom and all those things. And so the company said, wouldn't it be great if we, with all the emphasis on the immune system and people wanting to get healthy, and they were scared to death at that point with the COVID thing, wouldn't it be great if we could help people start their own business and give them a kind of a free on-ramp? So we created a 48-hour window basically to do the same thing we're going to do for the month of September, where you had to sign up, whoever you could sign up in 48 hours, and it was over. Now, there was some good in that because it created urgency and mass panic, but it also tested our technology at the time, and it was kind of a crazy 48 hours, to be honest with you. It was borderline, chaos. It was panic. It was intensity. It was awesome in one sense, but it also, everybody was trying to get everybody they could within 48 hours. And so people got left out because there were people that you couldn't talk to till the next week and you couldn't get a hold of them. And so even in the midst of that urgency, if you don't do it in 48 hours, FOMO, you're going to miss out. We got 10,000 new partners, 10,000 in 48 hours. More than we'd done like the 3 previous months combined. It's crazy, crazy numbers. And because it was so fast, some of those people did great, some didn't, but the net result was there were a lot of people 6, 12 months later that were engaging and working. A lot of those just sign, when you do something for nothing, you get nothing sometimes. So, when you sign up and get something for free, maybe you don't value what you get. Have you ever heard somebody say, I don't need to charge you for this, but I need to know you appreciate it. I need to know you got some skin in the game. And so they created a little bit of that. So it was awesome. It was amazing. We had that month, we had our best month ever. I think we added 52,000 customers in the US, some crazy number. We broke all kinds of records. And then COVID continued and lockdowns continued. And we got into year 2 of COVID. And we said, well, let's do it again. We did a blitz last year. And they had a great idea. Let's do it over the entire summer. So last year, our blitz was June, July, and August. So they made the application situation free for 3 months. And I think we found out that that was too long, that it was, you lost all urgency and intensity. People didn't rally around what we were doing. It was spread out too much. It worked, but it didn't have the intensity. And we all weren't like in it in this time period together like the previous year. And so here we are in 2022, and we are in the midst of, we're hugging and kissing and all those things again, although in Georgia and Texas, we never stopped. But Florida too, Janet, y'all didn't stop either. But we're coming out of COVID, and being free birds again in the midst of the highest inflation in 40 years. And I mean, I know that I went and bought a pack of, I got 4 Honeycrisp apples a few weeks ago, and it was like $13. It's crazy. I mean, what food cost, crazy what gasoline cost. So there's a burden on the American people that's not normally there. And I think this year, actually, that $52 free application fee is going to mean a whole lot more than it has the last 2 years. I think people are at the place where $52 means a lot more than it did 2 years ago, just because of people's budgets are tight, people on fixed incomes are tight, and people appreciate some help. And so our company has always been, is evidence with our family health study. Jay Martin's always wanted to make sure that the people that needed it the most, whether they were the ones that could afford it the most, were helped out. And right now, people are looking for a home-based work from anywhere business. They're looking for that extra $6,000 to $9,000 a year just to live the same they did last year. So $500 to $1,000 a month is huge in people's budgets right now. I mean, they're retired people that might not have to be a greeter at Walmart. I mean, they're just crazy situations right now because of inflation. So the month of September, we're going to offer that, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. And I'm going to show you something, and I'm not going to dwell on it because you can go back and read all this, but I'm going to share my screen for a minute. And I'm going to show you a couple things. So one of the things that we got to see today was, thumbs up, Melinda, can you see my screen? Okay. So on our leadership call today, our plan and our program is called Power Your Purpose. I don't think anything could be more appropriate as people are looking at, it's your why, it's your purpose, it's your Kairos moment, it's your make a life. What is it going to look like? How can we power you up to live on purpose, to build the life you want to make? So starting this Thursday through Friday, September 30th, application fees waived. Okay. And let's see what that looks like, just so you'll know the mechanics. And again, this presentation and all these forms are on your hub, and they're out there. But if you're going to sponsor somebody and they're going to get it for free, you're going to log into My Juice Plus. You're going to click on team. You're going to click on add partner, and you can either sign them up or you can send them a link. Okay. And when they go, and when they get to the point where they have to pay, it's going to say after Thursday, one of the payment methods is going to be free. So they just click on free, and their $52 will turn to $0 over here. Okay. Confirm your payment. And this is what it looks like on your mobile phone. This is the desktop version. And it's just as clear and easy if you look at it on your phone. Okay. And it goes to $0. And then you're going to get a confirmation page. You recharge $0, and you're going to get welcome emails. You're going to get your myjuiceplus.com credentials and your PIN number. You're going to have access to the Juice Plus hub. All that is normal, but they gave us total assurance that they've got this application process. It's going to be smooth, no bumps, no hitches. So they'll get to go to the Juice Plus hub. I'm going through this quick. I know I am, but once you get to the hub, you're going to, once you log in, you'll click on hub over here, top right. And then it's going to take you to this page. If you click on resources, okay, click on resources, and you want to choose US, You're going to see some amazing tools to share your business. And then you'll be able to share the opportunity to, you'll be able to share your opportunity to get somebody in the business for free. So so if you're at resources, I'll show you. If you go to resources, you're going to go to the number one is going to be the business negocio, which is Spanish. And you're going to want to go to the Power Your Purpose option. That's where I am. Power Your Purpose. That's what this is called. And these are all the things that are available to you, like my Zoom backgrounds on here. But here's some of the social shareables, and they're really good. I mean, don't waste your time living out someone else's dream. Change the narrative. Ask me how. Great, kind of, gutsy. My dreams, my goals, my time, my business. Start yours today. Great social media post. Make a positive impact in your life and the life of others. Why not power your purpose today? Juice Plus. Great things to create engagement. Work-life balance, period. Power your purpose. Business, wherever, whenever, wherever, ask me how. These are, I think they did a great job. Create a living and a life. I do it poolside. So all these things. I mean, these are great, like cutting edge social shareables that I think you're going to love to use. So I wanted to share those with you, and they're on your Juice Plus hub. And if you have, I'm serious about this. Don't feel bad about calling. If you're having trouble getting on the hub and finding this stuff, reach out to your upline. We can show you how to get this. It's not hard, but if you've never done it, you may need to know how to navigate it. So we were there. I'll show you just real quick. If you go backwards, let's go to the hub. So I've logged into the hub, and then you go to resources. And the easiest thing to do when you get there is choose your country so you don't have a lot of confusion. United States. And you can go to Business Negocio, or you could just go right here and type in Power Your Purpose. Search function's great. Let's search and see what we get. Business Negocio, Power Your Purpose. It's right there. So all the stuff we were looking at, it's all right here. Okay. So it's really easy to find. All right, let me get out of this for a second. All right. So does that feel good? Let's stop for just a minute and see if you have any questions, because we're going to dive into some plans and strategy. But does everybody feel like you know how it works, you know how to do it, and you know where to find the resources you need? Does everybody know that? You good with that? There's not a dumb question. The only dumb question is the one you don't ask if you don't know the answer to it.
Yeah, Kurt, this looks good. Hope and I messaged back and forth today. I did have a question. I think she confirmed it, but obviously for new folks, there's a link to sign them up. How about, I noticed one of my team members that had not renewed on time. So if someone's been a partner in the past, can they take advantage of the opportunity?
Yep. Yes, they can. Let me go here and see if I can pull that up for you. Let's see. Where did I put that? I put it somewhere. I think it's right here. So here's the flyer. It's also in that same section. I'm going to answer Brett's question, but I'm going to go take it from this angle. So this is the flyer, and everything where I'm showing you is also in Spanish. So if you need it in Spanish, everything's in Spanish. So this is the flyer that explains it. Okay.
Wait, Kurt,
share
your screen again for us.
Oh, I'm not sharing my screen. That was like. Now can you see it? You good? Okay. So this is the flyer, and it's in all these things are in English and Spanish, and it's on that same hub that we were telling you about. So if you look at it, sign up, no application fee, just explains the deal in a big picture way. Here is stating it's like a partner perspective instead of a customer signing up perspective. This is a partner perspective of how the Power Your Purpose is going to work. Okay. Here is a customer perspective, and I mean this is the fact sheet of it's multiple pages. This is the FAQ fact sheet. What is it? What you need to know? The goal to get new partners, and there's bonuses. And I'll go over this in a minute. But if anybody you bring in, if they express track, 10 days to Partner Plus, which is piece of cake. It's just basically their family and one more on the product. Not only do they get their $100 bonus, free application fee, $100 bonus, but they also get a free ticket to Juice Plus Live in Atlanta. Okay. And then also when they do QSC, they'll get their $400 and the partner gets that too. Let's go down to frequently asked questions and answer Brett's question. Can a previous Juice Plus partner participate in the 0 application fee scenario? And the answer is yes. They cannot do this instead of renewing. If like they're up for renewal, they got to renew. But if they miss the renewal and they're out, they can use it to get back in. Okay.
That's great. Thank you.
What's that?
Yeah, absolutely.
And
yeah, so that's great.
So let me tell you how easy they've made it. Look at this. If that's the scenario, if you ask them and they're a previous Juice Plus partner wanting to get back in, but so there's no confusion, there's a special URL for them to use that will take them right to the reinstatement page so they don't have to go through the process and hangups. Okay. So if you'll just ask, or you can call, if you're not sure, just call distributor support and say, hey, Susie Jones is excited. She thinks she was in the business before. Can you check? Do it, and you'll know which link to use. Do you go to the regular place to sign them up? If maybe they were just a customer and got confused, but if they were a partner before, if you'll use this link after September 1st, it'll be the right way to get the person reinstated for $0. Okay.
So Kurt,
Good question, Brett. Yep.
on just a quick question on that link, is it still the same information as the regular partnership application?
Yes, but it's gonna bypass all the get right now a reinstatement gets thrown into a queue where they've got to get distributor support has to get involved for the reinstatement. This will just streamline that and take them right through the process.
And but we still need the same social address.
Oh yeah, you still need all the same information. Yep.
Okay, perfect.
Yep. So there's lots of FAQs here. If you have more questions, just ask them. But this is another document that when we were looking just a minute ago, remember we were on this page, and here that we're looking right now at the USA FAQ. So what I'm showing you, I'm just going to show you. It really is in the hub. It's right there. So, you can pull all this stuff up yourself. I just pulled it up here so we can look at it. Okay. Right. So you got the flyer, the benefits, explains what's getting waived, how you can earn. And then let's go back over here to the presentation today as we, the communication that we looked at, that Power Your Purpose flyer, FAQ, and social media shareables. We've been looking at that. Okay. Here's the thing right here that I want you to see. There's a contest going on too. So if you express track 10 days, you get the Juice Plus Live ticket plus $100. So previous partners, they get to do the same thing. Okay. And there's going to be a top sponsor contest and drawing for sponsors who have the most level 1 frontline team members. So the Juice Plus partners who sponsor the most free frontline team members who get to Partner Plus during the month, they're going to give away $100 100 times. So the first 100 are going to get to win another $100. So the top 20 sponsoring partners, that was the sponsor part. The top 20 sponsoring partners of new level 1 frontline team members who have achieved their express track. So the top ones, minimum of 3, they're going to earn $1,000. So the top 20 get $1,000. Everybody's going to be put into a drawing for 100 more spots to get $100 bonus each. So there's $1,000 for 20 people that get the top 20. And then there's $100 in the drawing for 100 of all the people that sponsored at least one front line. Okay. So you can win the big prize, or you can participate and win a smaller prize. And this is where you go. If you have any questions, you can email support at Juice Plus, or you can call the 800 number or the office phone number. Okay. And national marketing directors, you'll be getting an email, but there's going to be every Friday during the Blitz in the month of September, there's going to be coffee and discussion with the sales team every Friday at 10 to 11. So you can get questions answered for your team. So if you have a question, get it to your upline national marketing director, and they get to have a coffee hour with all the sales team every Friday to get all their questions answered. And this was amazing right here. And I'm not going to remember all the stats. Mick or Melinda or any of you that were on the call, if you want to add stuff that I forget. Andrea is on our team. She is in Florida under Lisa Radici at Satellite Beach. She's awesome. She's a mama of two, young mama of two, homeschools her kids. And she basically started her business during the Blitz last summer. She had a small business. She had gotten started, but she got serious. And during the Blitz last summer, she sponsored 21 frontline people. That was, 12 months ago. She's now NMD, almost IMD, and her family's on benefits. She's making great income, and she's able to fuel the lifestyle she wants with her family home. She has 5 tower gardens, grows all of her family's own produce and food, and she's walking the walk, walking the talk. And I mean, the success of her business that started during the Blitz last summer is unbelievable. She said, if the company's going to do this, I'm going to take advantage of it. And she blew the doors off. So I just want you guys, this is a living testimony of somebody who decided that they were going to take advantage of the Blitz. She got 21 people on her team that zero threshold of it doesn't cost anything. Why not get started? Let's give it a whirl. She did that. And all of a sudden she was able to build an incredible business.
Hey,
Okay.
Kurt.
Yep.
Look at the text I just sent you. It has all the stats on there, what her team's done.
Okay. There you go. There you go. During the last partner blitz, 21 new frontline partners, 40 new partners, 18 new partner pluses, 8 QSCs, 6 SCs, 4 QSSCs, and 1 new senior sales coordinator, all starting with the blitz last year. Pretty amazing. Was there one above that, Lori? Was there a set above that? Oh, best one. Okay.
No.
Okay, excuse me. All right. So that's the last slide in the slide deck today. All right, let's talk. Let's get everybody's questions kind of out in the open, and let's make sure that we're not leaving anybody behind here. Excuse me, something got up my nose.
We had a couple of questions for you that we talked about before you got on here.
Yep.
And I'll just throw them out there and then you can address everyone else's also.
Yep.
But our first question is, how are you going to frame this as you share it with people? We'd love to hear your verbiage on how you might introduce that. And then number 2, for several of us that did try it before, got a lot of new people and didn't quite get the results we wanted, how can we approach this differently so that we can get her results?
So first of all, how am I going to message this, or how am I going to bring it up? I think one of the things I like to talk about is I've already done it a couple of times today and just said, our company does something once a year. Over the last 3 years, our company's done something once a year that gives people a window to join and build team in a massive way in a short period of time. And it's not that starting our business is super expensive. It's only $52. But when you take even that threshold out of the conversation, sure, you're going to get a lot of people that'll sign up for free and do nothing, but you're also going to find a lot of amazing people too. So you have to know going in that everybody you sign up for free is not going to set the woods on fire. Even there are people that pay $52 that don't set the woods on fire too. So you're not guaranteeing that everybody's going to do it, but what you're doing is you're taking the threshold of entry. There's none. There's nothing to step over. There's no obstacle. So even someone that's just wanting to get on the product, it's their opportunity to get in and get it at the best price with no fee. It's the opportunity for them to get it in and get it at the best price and win $100 back. But I see it in a different light. I see it like the way Andrea saw it. And that is, this is my opportunity to start something that can create a domino where at the end of this month, I could increase my team in multiples, not just by adding a few people. And so that's why I was sharing with Melinda, and I think it's coming out on the company's website tomorrow. It just got hung up in the queue, but I did a memory jogger training just about the importance of having a memory jogger. It's not a magic bullet, and we can make that video available. Mick will probably stick it on your website too, and I'll put it in all of our Voxer chats. But if you don't have a list, how are you going to know on September 1st who you're going to call to offer this amazing opportunity to? When you've got that stolen moment, how are you going to know who to call? Why not make a list right now of the top 10 people you want to get into your business this month, knowing they can get in it for free? You know, how many people have you mentioned it to, talked to about it, messaged on a social media app that you're kind of in discussion, they showed some interest, but you hadn't quite gotten them to make a decision yet? I mean, like, that's the easy thing to call them back and say, I know we've been talking about Juice Plus, and I know you're plodding along, getting more information, and I know you'll make a decision when you're ready, but I think something just happened today that might make sense for you to do it now. Even if you're not ready to dive in whole hog, let's get in and get your product at the best price, because there's no application fee for the month of September. You know, use for the ones that are sitting there, use this as an impetus to call them. I mean, I know when I'm thinking about who am I going to reach out to, who am I going to call, isn't it always really good to have a reason to call somebody instead of feeling like you're just calling them back for the 10th time? You know, having a reason to call somebody makes it easier to pick up the phone. It makes it easier to start the conversation. It makes it easier to have the conversation. And when you can offer them something special or for free, it's even better. So it ought to be really easy for you to call a bunch of people and share with them what the company's doing. But how do you do that without your list? So we all need to start. I mean, really, we ought to start every month out with a brand new, you know, well-oiled list ready to run the month. I mean, it's a dynamic list. It's not a static list. So you need to get your memory jogger ready. But here's what I want you to think about. Yes, you have the whole month of September to sign up people for free. But don't be selfish. Don't be a narcissist and wait till the 30th and get your free person. Because what you're doing is you're taking that opportunity away from that person you signed up. Anybody you sign up tomorrow or sign up on September 1st has 29 days to also take advantage of this offer. Anybody you sign up on the 2nd has 28 days to also participate in this offer. So what I would love for each of us to do is, who do I want to have signed up by the end of the first week so that they've got 3 weeks to do this with me? I mean, wouldn't it be great if you could get one person a day that for the first week, and let's say five days that week, not 7, 5. If you got 5 people that you brought on board for free, and maybe all they've done so far is just get their family's product at a discount. So some of those you're going to get to Partner Plus, maybe not all of them. But now all 5 of those people have the opportunity to offer to others what you offered to them. And so if you procrastinate, you're only hurting that person you're going to bring in the business and not give them the amount of time to use the same tool you have. So what you want to do is you want to build this business in layers. What if you could, the people you brought on the first week or the first part of the month, you take that first 10 days to help as many of them as you can get to Partner Plus. And then the people they bring on board, you help the next 10 days to help as many of them get to Partner Plus, which should make some of those first people QSC. And then the next 10 days, that's so you get 3 sets of 10 days. You have 3 express track periods during the month of September. So think about that in layers of how many do you want on board frontline in that first 10-day window so that you can help them make fast track to Partner Plus so that they've got the next 2 10-day windows to help their people frontline and second line make Partner Plus. And you could have a month like Andrea did last summer where you've brought on 21 new people and 40 on your team. And all of them aren't going to do something, but a high percentage of them will. And like Melinda, you asked, how do you, not just bring people on board, but how do you bring people on board that are going to do something? Number one, you can't guarantee that. But we found that the number one key to somebody continuing on to a high level of success is getting them some success right out of the gate. So the quicker you can help somebody get some success, the more likely it is that they're going to continue. That's why that new person you bring on board, if they come on board during this free month, there's no reason why they couldn't also have some huge success right here, right out of the gate. So you not only do you bring them on board, but you use that opportunity to help them have their first level of success. So you're not just bringing them on board. When you bring them on board, their first goal is, okay, who are the people you want to offer this free opportunity to? And you take that, and then they do it in several layers. So the number one thing is help them get success quickly. I think that's the number one answer to your question. If they see success, they'll continue. But the number two thing is, I remember this term, they called it Sinaloa. Mick will remember that. Sinaloa was SINLO and SINLOA, safety in numbers and the law of averages. This free month is going to let you bring on more people. So the law of averages says, if I bring on X number of people, some of them are going to succeed. I mean, there's going to be some successful people out of every 10, out of every 20, out of every 50, out of every 100. And this gives you the opportunity to beat the odds. You know, bring on as many as you can. If you brought on 10 and you got 3 superstars, that's not bad, you know. And hopefully those 7 over time, you might convert them into something more, but at least they're on board getting the product at the best price. And one of the easiest long-term customers is a partner customer who's getting the best price on the product. So, I mean, even the people you bring on board that get to Partner Plus and get their family on the product, if that's all that ever happened, that's a win. You know? Anybody else have a question? Did I answer your question, Melinda? Was that okay?
Yes, absolutely, 100%. I think that Brianna's got a question, and I think Mark does, if they want to unmute.
Okay.
I have a question in regards to customers of yours that have large orders. How would you suggest us reaching out to them and offering this opportunity? Because they might already be, you know, Partner Plus with some of their orders. Same way?
Well,
or
I mean, I think, you know, one of the things to do would be, I mean, the ones that would be very obvious to me would be easy close, easy sales, is if you have people that have reorders shipping in October, I would be calling them first, because if they could get in free next month, get positioned, get a few customers and get positioned as a Partner Plus, they're going to be earning a lot more commission and discount on their reship that's coming in October. Okay. So I think that would be a perfect, like, if you wanted to prioritize and rank calling your customers with large orders, I think that would be a great opportunity. And, you know, they probably could get in free. So, I mean, what you don't want to do is just count their reship for their orders. What you want to do, I think, is get them in so that then they can take advantage of their reship. So they're going to go out and get 2 or 3 new customers in September with the free deal. And then in October, their reorder is going to kick in, and they're going to get paid on that, get a better price on that. And then they're also going to be pretty ding dong close to QSC, you know. If they've got a big order and they brought on 3 to get to Partner Plus next month, I think you could see some of those converting to QSC pretty quickly in October.
Want them to get the promotion first.
Kurt, would you also do the same thing for reships in September?
Yeah, I mean, reships count. So, I mean, you know, I think if you get them signed up as a part on the free partner thing, whatever's going through their number, you know, you get the orders moved, whatever goes through their number, it's going to count towards their partner growth. I just feel like teaching people that positioning yourself now for what's going to come, you know, you really, that's a better strategy, but I think both work. Yep. Mark, did you have a question? Or either one of the Marks? Melinda, which Mark, Melinda?
With the
C Mark or
with
K
the
Mark? C Mark.
I'm the C mark. I've got a few, but I think I'd rather do that on Thursday with you since we've got a call then,
Okay, cool.
if that's all right.
Yep. Anybody else?
I don't have a question, but I would say, like, I used the social media shareables that Juice Plus put out and already posted it on my story. And I've already had 3 people reach out to me. So give people an option. You know, one of my options on my poll was interested but skeptical. And that's been my most commonly picked because some people are skeptical of the thing we do. So I'm just super thankful. So Kurt, whoever made those graphics, that marketing team, if you want to give them a big thank you from me, I appreciate that I don't have to create those. So that is phenomenal. And they're well done. They're concise. They're beautiful. So just not a question, but just a huge thank you to that.
With you
team.
being a social media guru, Brianna, I mean, I thought they really stepped up their game this time. I thought they were really good.
Yeah. I mean, I actually shared them. So that should tell you something.
But without modification. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I got a question for Bree. Bree, so I'm not a social media person, but I'm more one-on-one, but I'd love to dip my toe into that arena slowly because it's kind of like it goes fast and furious for me. What would you recommend? How did you kind of present it? I'm curious.
So this morning, right after we got off the call, I always keep your face on your social media. Like I went with my face and talked about how the company was doing something exciting and to stay tuned. I think social media needs your face on it. So I loved the graphics, but I bookmarked it with my face. And then I shared the graphics a couple hours later. And I plan to share those same so I can find you on social media, or you can find me probably. And you can look through, and so you could just copy what I did, honestly, if you want, just screenshot it and use it. But I just shared it, and I plan to reshare those at least once a week for the rest of the month. Like reuse your content. You don't have to, I mean, different people will see it, but then I just share the graphics and then bookend it again with me at the end. And I always put a poll so that you catch people's attention. Because the people that responded are not people I would have expected to respond.
I agree. Yeah. I mean, the social media stuff, some of it's just, if it's not edgy, it doesn't get people's attention, I don't think. I mean,
And
edgy may be the wrong word, but
yeah, it's really just like, I think you've said this, Kurt, before. Social media is a good like fishing net. It's not going to do the work for you, but it'll give you a good idea of who to you then have to start the conversation and have that good one-on-one with them. But at least now it put 3 names in my bucket that I probably wouldn't have reached out to.
yeah.
And
I know
then
Hope messaged me today, and she had one from Instagram too that like it was somebody way back that she had talked to a couple years ago, but these new social shareables kind of reopened the door, you know, and they were talking again. So it's good.
So then I just have another question. So thank you, Bree. So then you go ahead and you have a dialogue with them, or are you still communicating? I mean, do you ever do a conversation or a Zoom call? Do you ever bring it that intimate?
Yeah, I get off social media as soon as possible. Like if it's someone that I have a cell phone number with, I'm texting them right away. You know, thanks for interacting on my poll. I'm super excited to get more information. What are you looking for with this? What could this provide you? Or whatever the question was on my social media. I like phone calls, so I will pick up the phone and call someone. I'm not hesitant, but yeah, get it off social media as soon as possible.
Yeah, Janet, what I've seen Bree and others that are really good at it do is you post, and then you see who engages, and as quick as you can, you go to like Facebook Messenger, and you may still be on social media, but you go into a private arena where you can get a little more salesy, answer their personal questions. But once you get there, the number one goal is to get on the phone with them. I mean, you're trying to have a phone call, to have a Zoom call. So it's like public, private, let's talk, you know, and you kind of walk through that cycle. Is that fair, Bree?
Yes, for sure. Yeah, I already have a connection call set up with one of the people that reached out. So that's kind of the mode. And not everybody will go for it, but then, yeah, immediately private message them. Then as quick as you can, get them on a call or a connection call.
And Janet, like you and I can do this too, or any of us can. If you can't get them to the phone, you can use Facebook Messenger and kind of do a three-way phone call within Facebook Messenger. You can bring in the expert or bring in somebody into that conversation where we can do a video, I can do an audio introduction. So if you can't get them to the phone, then you can bring the phone call to Facebook Messenger, kind of, if you need to. Anybody else? So y'all going to grab the resources, grab the tools. And let me just say one thing. I know we've got a little more than 24 hours left in the current month of August. And I'm not going to try and deceive you or spin mathematics or pencil whip you right now, but there is still a reason for somebody to sign up this month and pay versus waiting till next month to get it for free. What most people don't understand is you're doing something this month to position yourself to be paid better next month. That's true at the end of every month. So if September is going to be as big a month as we think it is, okay, the best thing somebody could do that's looking at this business would be to pay their $52, order their product for their family, and get to Partner Plus by midnight tomorrow, so that they're going to start the month of September at a commission level so that they can earn money in this big, huge month versus just it being a big, huge month. They can build their business, which it's not going to change whether they can build their business or not, but they won't get their first payment or commission until October's business. It's the smartest thing they could do is forget about them trying to get it for free. Pay the $52 and get yourself positioned for all the business you can bring in for free in September. Most people are going to think short-minded or penny wise and pound foolish, and they're going to try and get the free deal and wait till September. It's okay, but they're missing the big picture. You'd be much better off being positioned in the end of August to reap the rewards of September than just build your business in September and miss 1 month of commissions.
I am so glad you brought that up because you hinted around that the other night, and several of us were like, well, what did he mean by that? We don't get it. But that makes perfect sense. Thank you for clarifying
Sure.
that.
And by the way, Kurt, that applies just as well to anyone who already signed up in the month of August. So anybody who can fast track or express track to Partner Plus by midnight tomorrow night, that applies.
Or if you're a Partner Plus, get to QSC by tomorrow night.
Yeah,
whatever you can position yourself at to be in the best shape for September. I mean, if you're close to QSC, man, I'd drink some coffee and stay up all night and figure out how you're going to do it.
You're so right, Kurt. I agree with you because I have been really working on the phone today with trying to finish out because I'm going to the next level. I'm SC, and I have probably made about 25 calls today. And I really am trying to get to that next level, but I don't think I would want to ruin those conversations by tonight's information.
Yep.
Because I have been working with them for weeks, having conversation, hearing their stories. Some are sick and offering them videos and building it. I think it would really be strange. So I agree with you. Just work really hard to finish out the month well, because that's what I'm trying to do too.
Yeah. And I mean, I've seen people be trying to make sales coordinator and they're 3,000 points short the night before. And if you want it bad enough, you figure out a way to get it done. I mean, literally, I used this example before, but it's like the college student, like my son. And he calls and goes, Dad, I'm so tired. So what's the matter? He said, I stayed up all night last night. I said, why? He said, I got a test tomorrow. I said, did you just find out yesterday you had a test tomorrow? And he said, no, but I can't get an F on it. I got to pass. I got to make a good grade. So I'm going to do what I got to do. And I said, okay. I said, next time you probably had a couple of weeks to get ready for this test, but that's the way we all respond as humans. And it's like, okay, the college student getting an F and failing wasn't an option. So they did what they had to do to cram or whatever you want to call it. So if you set a goal and you're close, but you're not finished, why not act like the college student and decide you're going to do whatever you got to do to get a good grade by midnight tomorrow and be in the best shape your business could possibly be in for an amazing September? Yeah, maybe you'll be tired tomorrow night. It's okay. You can sleep tomorrow night. I've done that many times. So.
Hey, Kurt, one more thing I don't think was mentioned.
Yep.
This program is for the US, Canada, and Mexico.
Yes, it's for the US, Canada, and Mexico. The only exception is that Canada and Mexico, the contest we mentioned, like the top 20 getting $1,000 and the drawing for 100 to win 100 for the top sponsors, Mexico and Canada are doing their own contest. Everything else is the same. Yep. All right, we will record this, edit out my little problems in the beginning and here at the end, and get it to Mick, and Lori and I will post it and have it on our various websites. But literally, we are here to have a great September ourselves, but we also want to make sure that you have the best month you've ever had. And there's no reason why it can't be. And I know Andrea personally, and I know what she did is possible. I mean, she's a homeschool mama who's excited about food and nutrition and loves her tower gardens, but she just took advantage of what was laid out before her. There's nothing rocket science that she did that she had some kind of leg up or special advantage. She just took advantage of what was in front of her. And, we'll do as many Zoom calls as we need to do as many events as we need to do. And just like, Janet and Lori and I and Hope, we set up all these events in Florida, not even knowing this blitz was coming, but what a great thing to have, before us to be doing these events and having our events are actually the very end of the month. So we'll be able to close out last minute stuff with, people being able to take advantage of this. And we'll talk to Mark and Tim, and, they're building their business. They're new. What a great thing to have right here in the beginning to get your business going. So it's just a matter if you see it and you want it for your business. Hopefully you can call some of your people and let it serve as a wake-up call. I mean, there's some people that still have Netflix in their pajamas on, and we got to show them that that's not how life works anymore, and all the ones that I've grabbed by the shoulders and like shaken and said, it's time to wake up. Normal can be back. You don't need to live in this place. I mean, COVID let all of us lower our standards of what we wanted our lives to be like. We just kind of exist. And this is a great wake-up call for people. It's a great wake-up call. And you have the power to pick up the phone and tell them about it. Love the name Power Your Purpose. It's right up my alley,
So Kurt, I don't know. I know there's some people here that are not in Texas, but just so you know, and they know, we have collaborated with the Texas NMDs, and we've started a Texas tour. And so if you do have team here, we'd be happy to host. And those are going to be really exciting events that are donating money to Catherine Lee and her projects and her works there at Hope Foundation. So,
Melinda, are all those events in September?
No, sir. They are September, October, and November. Ours is the last one in Waco. It's on Veterans Day, November 11th. But there are some all the way through. I think there's 10 altogether.
Great. And hopefully we'll see most of you guys in Atlanta. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And prayer breakfast is free. Our registration is 11 o'clock on Thursday mornings, but that should be coming out. And no cost, but we do need you to reserve a seat so we know how many chairs we need. So Oh, and do y'all know about the advanced leadership thing on the Wednesday before? Does everybody know about that?
No.
So let me just tell you.
No.
I will tell you. Hold on. Let me find that piece of paper. Ready to go. Here it is. So are y'all still seeing my screen?
No.
Okay. So on the Wednesday before conference, Jeff and Lauren and several leaders, we've all come together and we've rented out the amphitheater in the Georgia World Congress Center. And these are all your speakers that are going to be speaking that Wednesday. It's going to be pretty amazing, actually. Starts at 1 o'clock on Wednesday. And if you're coming in town and you're going to be there, or you can be, I think it will be well worth your while to be there. The tickets are not expensive. I think they're $20 for all day. And if you're going to Q school, you can sneak out for the, at the very end, you might miss the last little bit of this. I think Q school might have to sneak out at 4 or 5. But Jeff and Cheryl are kicking it off, and then Shelly Mackey, and then I'm training right after Shelly that morning. And you're going to get like a 20-30 minute training from each of the founder level people, and then everybody else is sharing their journey and their testimony, their story, how they built their Juice Plus business. So it's going to be pretty amazing. And if you can come, want to get somebody to come, and there's even, if you can, that flyer is available. It's in our chat. I'm sure, Mick, do you have this on your site posted at all? But we can get this, so you can scan this little QR code and get a ticket. It's on Eventbrite.
So
Okay.
Kurt, it says,
Not,
it says 1 to 7. Is that right?
yes. Uh-huh.
And if you're not flying in right at 1, can you come as soon as you get there?
Yep.
Someone
sure
wants
can.
to scan your QR code right now, they could if they put their phone up to the screen.
Yep, you can. I mean, I'll make it a little bigger for you too if you want.
I don't know if it's my phone or what, but it's not opening up.
Try again.
Alright.
Yeah, that worked for me. I got it. I think it had to be bigger.
Maybe I need to update Eventbrite.
But I think there's like a single ticket price and then a price for 10 tickets or something. And y'all might want to go together and get 10 tickets together. I think there's a little bit of a discount if you buy 10 tickets together. Okay. Is everybody that wanted to scan that, scanned it? Okay. Well, thanks for joining us tonight. We've had, it's been almost an hour, so we did pretty good getting done with everything. But I will turn it back over to Melinda to close this out, or Mick, or whoever's going to close this out tonight, or Bree, whoever it is.
Well, I thank you, Kurt. I just am always amazed every time I pop an idea off to you. You're always affirmative, and I love that. So thank you very much. I definitely have a page of notes and some great ideas. I really appreciate your reframing and how you're going to talk to people and strategizing. I love the whole plan your work and work your plan. That helps me a lot. So I appreciate this very much. And
Melinda, let me say one more thing. I think if you'll do your list, I think it will empower you to see what the potential is. To me, getting names on paper and putting names with this opportunity lets you see what the potential could be for you for the month. So it'd be a good brainstorming project just to sit down and make that list. And that'll kind of let you see what your potential is for the month, I think.
well, and I love how you broke it into 3. I love breaking things down. And my teacher brain, goes year, semester, month, week. And I love how you talked about 3 10-day periods and getting 1 a day right at the beginning of those 5 people that I want to share the run with me for the rest of the month. That was really helpful in my thinking. Thank you.
All right. Well, anybody else have any words of wisdom? All my wisdom's done.
I'd like to share something. So I think you'd mentioned this before, Kurt, that this is the most important time. When you and Lori started your business in one of our calls, you said that this is the perfect setup that is happening. And I just wanted to confirm that. And I wanted to encourage everyone on the call to one thing that I had taken away from that call. My eyes had been looking to the new thing that's happening, where people are open to conversations because of the financial change that's happening. I have had several conversations with people that are in their 60s and 70s that are having to go back to work because I'm in a fixed income location. And sadly, one of the gentlemen who just went back to work, after 10 years, he's going to be a bank teller, and he started yesterday to do 3-week training. So I have been very intentional this last, I'd say 2 to 3 weeks, looking for opportunities. Companies are closing here. A big store is closing. So if you guys are looking for those opportunities, there's a whole pond of people that are open to conversation. I had 4 conversations in 2 days with people saying, just thank you for coming up to me because I don't know where I'm going to work next because there's a large grocery store going to be closing. And I've just been, talking to people and just saying, hey, I don't know if you have ever heard about network marketing. And the relationships, they're cold calls, but people are open. And Kurt encouraged us in a call that this is a time for, it's a ripe season for us to grow our businesses. So I've been having sightings for that. I've been watching that and have been really just offering people to have 3-way calls, with Kurt and myself. And I hope that that is gonna really be something encouraging for all of you as I'm sharing that.
Yeah, but 3-way phone calls are magic. You just got to do them. So,
Kurt, I was being the math teacher I am. I was sitting here when you were talking about that 555, and I'm not sure this is exactly right, but it's pretty close. But so if you get 5 the first week, and then they get 5 the next week, that puts 25 more people under you. So that's a total of 30 plus the 5 you get the second week, that's 35. And then if those people get another 5, that's like another 75. And you end up with like 100 and something people at the end of the month.
yeah. And you go back and look at that number of what Andrea did. She got 21 her first
Right.
month. She had 21 she sponsored. So she did a little more personally than 555.
Right.
But her team, she only had 40.
Right.
So she didn't have that 100 number you're talking about. She just had 40 total on her team.
Sure. And like you said, even out of that, if you get that many, they're not all going to do anything. But if you just got 10% of that, that's like 15 to 17 people working.
But she only had 40 and she got 18 partner pluses, 8 QSCs, 6 sales coordinators, 4 QSSCs, and 1 SSC. And that's just with 40. So she had some duds in there.
Yeah.
So out of her 40, she got that. If you threw the number out there like you're talking about and you got 100, there's no reason why you wouldn't at least get those numbers.
Right. Exactly. Because that's a low, going
Yeah.
only 10%.
The number you're talking about is 3 times what she sponsored.
Yeah. But I mean, you wouldn't be sponsoring them all,
No, I'm saying, well, she got 40 total on her team.
Yeah, exactly.
You're talking about over 100.
Right. I mean, that's what you're saying. Look at the possibilities. Like if you write it out on paper, this can be big.
Yeah, the 4-minute mile has been run, so don't say you can't do it.
Right. Exactly.
All right. Well, let's rest on this. Let's work on our list before we get too sleepy. And we'll post this video for our friends that didn't join us tonight. And we're going to have a great month. And actually, tomorrow could be an amazing day if people understand the power of getting positioned before the month closes tomorrow.
I'm going to say this out loud because I know Brianna wants everybody to smile because she wants to take a picture of everybody. So y'all get ready. Oh, get my camera. Yay.
All right. Everybody that just had their image up, you were already smiling, so you didn't have to do anything.
Oh, okay, Nicole. Even better. All right. Thank you, Kurt. Always. Thank you so much.
Adios.
Thanks,
Bye.
Kurt. Thanks,
See ya.
everyone. Bye.